You know what? I've been waiting for this. Yes, I have. Because today we are going to be reviewing Psychic Force for the PlayStation. Is the game any good? Let's find out.
Time now to get serious.
You've shown me everything. You won't get away.
You know, nostalgia is a powerful thing when you get the opportunity to review one of your favourite fighters when you was a kid. As a kid, out of one of the series I played the most was Psychic Force. Psychic Force is a 3D fighter from Taito and Acclaim that was released on the Taito FX18 arcade machine in 1995 and the PlayStation in 1996. This here be the PlayStation version. But what is Psychic Force? Well bruv, sit your ass down and let's begin. The story is similar to the X-Men, but instead of mutants you have, well, psychics. Psychics are hunted down by humanity out of fear, and the psychics that are hiding are under the banner of Noah, led by Keith, to rebel against the humans. However, there are psychics who also oppose his rule. They go by Anti-Noah. In this game, you have 8 characters with a 9th unlockable in the roster, each representing themselves by 3 factions being Anti-Noah, Noah and Neutral. Each character have psychic abilities based on certain element or themes like wind, fire, gravity, electric, time, light, magic, ice and science. The game itself, as you can see, is a 3D fighter, but not in a conventional sense as most games like Battle Arena Toshinden, Dead or Alive or Tekken. This one, personally, feels more like a proto-Budokai before Budokai even existed. The arena itself is represented by a cube of some sort where you are given 3D style of movement around like 360 degrees or 6 degrees literal movement, and its main focus is based on projectile systems. The game has health bars and psi meter which indicates how much you have left during your fight. The psi meter can slowly recharge itself over time, and speaking of which, the controls are a little different to some fighters. The D-pad allows you to move all over the arena, whereas buttons like X charges your psi meter, square blocks, triangle is light attack, whereas circle is heavy attack and R1 is dash. At first it does take time getting used to because you have to use different styled inputs that aren't quite like Street Fighter standard, but they do work. There are 4 modes, being arcade, which allows you to play a series of 8 games in order to beat the game itself, but also allows opponents to hop in and fight against you. Story mode follows all the fighters and their storyline, which makes them unique, but as far as that is being said, during in-game you'll hear a lot of cheesy dialogues and see cutscenes that have certain dramatic music and more terrible voice acting. Versus is pretty standard, where you and a friend, or if you don't have any friends, a sibling, duke it out in 1v1 action. And finally, the practice mode, where you can master the game's mechanics and combos so you can be efficient.
Burn! This is the end of the road. Now will you join us?
You don't know what you're saying, Keith. Open your eyes to reality.
Well, we are fire and ice after all. Perhaps we can no longer be on good terms.
When Well, it's a burn. Because of you, my plan is not going smoothly. I'll not let you interfere any further. Coward, do you have no regard for human life? Oh, humans. Yes, humans are nothing more than chess pieces to be moved at will. I'm afraid they haven't been much use to me, though. I won't allow you to continue. I'll fry you until there's nothing left but ashes.
Forgive me, but War made me fight you in exchange for my sister.
No, Wendy. It's my fault.
Nah, it's alright. It's better this way.
Leave Wong to me, Wendy. I'll take care of him. Keith!
You fight well, my friend.
Forgive me, Keith, but
It's alright, Burn. I don't mind so much knowing that it was you. Deep down inside, I guess I hoped that you would stop me.
Keith!
You must finish my work. The future of psychics must be.
Keith! Keith!
Graphically, being an early 3D fighter for the system, it didn't age well, and you can somewhat tell with most of the models during the end phase of the battle somewhat being unstable during end speeches, with the models warping into themselves. And as for the music, I'm just gonna play a few here because they are probably the most anime sounding shit you will ever hear. Now, is the game any good? This actually pains me to say that, but it's not actually that great of a game. I would say somewhat mediocre at best. I mean, the intro by Hironobu Kageyama, aka the guy who you all might know as the head Chilla guy, who is also responsible for a lot of Super Sentai themes, builds up the hype and has nice full motion video intro, but for the gameplay itself didn't really age well and could have been praised, and it really should have, but the fact that it was kind of overshadowed that Tekken 2 was out in the same year as it dropped in arcades in 1995, and following the PS1 release the following year, it and garnered overall better scores than Psychic Force. You know, I'm just going to say that despite the flaws of it being such a mediocre game, I still have a open love for this game, and it had consumed many hours of my childhood, and no matter what, I'm going to continue to play this. If you wish to check this out, you can emulate it on MAME or any PS1 emulator if you so choose to, or if you aren't the emulation type, then you can probably buy the disc, which goes for like $12.99 or less on eBay, mostly for PAL copies, but there are other copies of the game like in America or Japan that might cost a little bit more or less depending on who's your seller. With that being in mind, if you liked what you saw and you want to play this game, remember to like, comment and subscribe if you so choose to. I've been Saku, fuck off.
れは静かに夢見たはずが不可も見るさ誰気になれ遊びはもう終わりにしようぜ息の根止めてブレイキンダウン人差し指頭についたて歌ってやろう時を忘れ Nothing to lose Kick up the fight もっと目覚まよ Can't find my way It's such a rush あきまたいんだ湧き上がる勇気胸に秘めて人は裏鼓動を思うのか溢れ出す想い